Hey guys, for this project you're going to need to do the double cow's hitch, and if you're not familiar with how to do that, I will leave a link below to help you guys out with that. When you do it, you're going to use the red for the double cow's hitch, and you're also going to want to put on either your O-ring or your D-ring. I like to use an O-ring. I can never get the D-ring to sit flat enough. I'm also going to be using 4 paracord beads. These beads are a heart and the flag. I have never used paracord beads with such a big hole, so we'll see how this goes. So the first cord that I'm going to be using is going to be the flag cord, and I am using a paracord needle. And all you want to do is go in between those 2 cow's hitches. So you're just going to go in between them like that, and you're just going to pull your cord to the other side. And you're going to pull the flag cord to the middle now. The next cord that I'm going to be putting through is the 550 blue, electric blue I believe. And I'm going to just do the exact same thing that I did with the flag cord. I'm just going to go in between those 2 cow's hitches and pull it to the middle. So you just want to put it in between just like, whoops, just like that, and just pull it through. The next cord that I'm going to be adding is the white, and instead of going through both cow's hitches, I'm just going to go through those 2 middle stitches right here, these 2. So I'm just going to go through those 2. Just like that, and I'm going to also pull it to the other side and to the middle. The next cord that I'm going to be adding is the 275 electric blue, and I'm going to just do what I did with the white. I'm going to go right in between those 2 stitches in the middle, and then I'm just going to pull it through to the other side and to the middle. Because I'm going to be adding only 4 beads, I'm going to want them to be somewhat in the middle the best I can, and you're going to have to do a little bit of math. This is how I figured it out. So I am going by the size that I measured out for the collar, not the size of Sanders' neck, the size of the total collar, because you have to add those extra inches on. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I will have that information below for you guys. So the size of Sanders' collar is going to be 20 inches, and then I have to subtract the size of the buckle, which is 3 inches, so it's going to be 17 inches. And then I have to go to the middle of that, which is 8.5 inches, and that will take me directly to the middle of the collar. And I'm going to work around that. So for the way I'm going to be doing the collar, I'm going to have my first bead put on at 5.5 inches, and then my second bead I'm going to put on at 7.5 inches. My third bead is going to be at 9.5 inches, and then my fourth bead will be at 11.5 inches. Now that I have all my cords on, we can just get started. Make sure that your O-ring or D-ring is at the top of your work. And I'm going to start on my right with my red. And I'm going to go under this first right cord and then over this second left cord. So I'm pretty much just going up through the middle. So I'm going to go underneath the first cord, up through the middle, and then over the second cord. So you went under, up through the middle, and over. Take your red cord that's on your left side, make sure it's underneath the cord that you just worked, And you're going to do the same thing, just the opposite side, or the mirror image, I think it's called. You're going to go under the first cord on the left and over the second cord on the right. So you're going to go under, up through the middle, and then over. Next, you're going to take your flag cord and you're going to go underneath all your work, and you're going to come up through the middle, just right up through the middle. Make sure that you're underneath everything. And now you have this loop that you made with the on your right with the red cord. You're going to go down that loop on the right side. Take your flag cord on the left side. You're going to go underneath all your work, up through the middle again. And now you're going to go down this left cord. Make sure that you're underneath everything, and then go down that loop on the left side. Now you're going to take your blue 550 cord, and you're going to take it through the O-ring or D-ring, whichever you're using. You're going to go on the right side with the cord, or take the right cord, sorry, take the right cord. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go, you have the two horizontal red pieces right here. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, but you're also going to go around the O-ring. And you're going to come up through the middle and on the right side of your cord that you're working with. So you're going to go around those two pieces, around the O-ring, and then you're going to come up through the middle and be on the right side of the cord that you're working with, and just pull it through. You're going to do the same on the left. You're going to take your 550 blue and you're going to put it through the O-ring. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and around the ring. It's a little bit easier this time because everything's being kind of held together with the blue that you worked with just a minute ago. So you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, around the bottom of the O-ring, and you're going to go through the middle again, but you're going to be on the left side of the cord that you're working with and pull it through. Now you're going to do the same with the white. You're going to put it through the O-ring. You're going to go around those two horizontal red pieces and the O-ring, and you're going to come up through the middle, and you're going to be on that right side of the cord that you're working. Do the same with the left. Go through the O-ring. Go around those two horizontal pieces and the O-ring, and then come up on the left side of your working cord. So you just want to come up through the middle and on the left side. And now for your 275 cords, you're going to do the same. You're going to go through that O-ring. I have mine wound up, hoping I could squish it through. You're going to go through that O-ring. You're going to go around everything like you just had, the O-ring, the two horizontal pieces, the O-ring, and so you're going to take your cord and you're going to go around the two horizontal pieces, the O-ring, and you're going to come up through the middle and on the right side of the cord that you're working with. So go around everything, up through the middle, and be on the right side of that cord that you're working, just like that. And do the same on the left, just come out the left side. Go around everything, up through the middle, and on the left side. And now you can just tighten everything up. Once you have everything tightened up, you can take your blue 550 cord, your white cord, and your other blue 275 cord. You can take all of them and push them through the D-ring. After you have pushed all your cords through the O-ring, you can wind up your cords. It does make it a little bit easier to work with. And we're just going to start the weave all over again. I'm going to start now on my right side with the red, and I'm going to go underneath that first cord, up through the middle, and over that second cord. I'm going to take the red on the left side. I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. And I'm going to go underneath that first cord on the left, up through the middle, and over that second cord. Now I'm going to take the flag cord and I'm going to go underneath all my work and up through the middle. Then I'm going to go down this loop that I made with the red on the right side. I'm going to take the one on the left now and I'm going to go underneath all my work and up through the middle and then down that loop that's on my left side. Next you're going to take your 550 blue cord. You're going to want to go around those two horizontal pieces of red. This time you can actually pull up on them a little bit because you're not going around the O-ring anymore. What you're going to want to do with your 550 blue is you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, but instead of coming out of the right side, you're actually going to come out of the left side. So you're just going to go around those pieces, through it, and just take it to the left of the cord that you're working with. Take the one on the right side. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, and instead of going to the left, you're going to go to the right. So you're just going to go around them, come up through that middle, and then you can see here's your cord. You're on the right side of it. With the next, you're going to take your white, you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, and you're going to do the white the same as you did before. You're just going to come out the right side. Take the white on the left, go around them, and come out on the left side. And now for the blue in the middle, you're going to do the same thing that you did with the 275 in the beginning. You're just going to come around those two horizontal pieces and come out the right side. And you're going to do the same on the left side, but come out the left. So go around and then to the left. And then you can tighten it up. After you tighten it up, we can start the process all over again. You're going to take your red on the right. You're going to go under the first cord, up through the middle, over the second cord. You're going to take the cord on the left, the red, underneath the cord that you just worked, underneath the first cord, up through the middle, and over the second. Take your flag on the right, go underneath all of your work, and up through the middle. Then you have that loop with the red, and you're going to go down that loop. Take your flag that's on the left side now, go underneath your work, up through the middle, and down through that loop on the left side. Now you're going to take your blue 550 cord, and instead of coming out of the left side, you're going to come out of the right side. So the blue 550, every other one, you're going to come out of the same. So take your two horizontal pieces. Remember, you can pick them up a little bit now with the red. Take your blue, go around those two red horizontal pieces, and before you came out the left, this time you're coming out of the right side. Take the blue that's on the left, and you're going to come out of the right side this time instead of the left side. So you're going to go around those pieces and then come out the left side. So it's every other one. Take your white, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces again, and you're going to come out the right side. Take the one on the left with the white, and then go around and come out the right side. You're going to take your 275 cords in the middle and make sure that they're nice and tight, because sometimes they look tight but they're not. Just make sure that they're nice and tight. And you're going to take that blue 75 on the right side, and you're going to go around those two pieces of red, and you're going to come out the right side, and then you're going to take the left, do the same, but come out the left side. So go around and come out that left side of the cord, and just tighten it up. Once it's tightened up, we can start just all over again. But when you get to that blue, remember that you have to do the opposite of what you just did. So we came out of the right side with the blue, now we're going to come out the left side of the blue. Alright, I am 5.5 inches from the end of the buckle down, and I am going to now put on my first bead. What I decided to do is to start the weave, and I am at the part where I'm going to be putting on the bead, and I have these two blue 275 cords loose right now, and these are the cords that I'm actually going to put the bead on. I'm going to put both strands through the bead. When you get your bead on, make sure that your right cord is on the right still and your left cord is on the left. You can do that by pulling on the cord to see which one gets tighter, just to make sure, because you want those cords still going the right way. What we're going to do now is we're just going to take our blue 275 cords now, and we're going to just wrap them around the two red cords, but instead of going out to the right, we're actually going to go in towards the left. So we're going to just go around those two cords and then come up and to the left of the cord that you're working with. Take the left cord now, go around those two red horizontal cords and come up through the middle, right through on the right side of the cord that you're working with. After you do that, you can start to tighten everything up. For all of the beads that you put on, after you put the bead on and you're going to be wrapping the 275 cord around the 2 red horizontal cords, you are always going to come in on the inside of those 2 cords, and that's so the bead sits right. If you don't do that, the bead is going to dip a little bit into the collar. This way it should sit up straight, and that is the only time that you're going to do that with the 275 cord. Once you have it tightened up, you can just start your weave over again. I'm going to go down another 2 inches and I'm going to put my next bead on, and then after that I'll go down another 2 inches, put the 3rd bead on, and then another 2 inches and put the 4th bead on. My next bead that I'm going to put on, I'm going to have face the opposite way, and then I'm just going to turn it the way this one is on the 3rd bead, and then the 4th bead will be again the opposite way. So I'm going to continue this until I am at the end of the collar. I can show you what it looks like, show you how I do my tie off and all that good stuff. Just remember that with the 275 cord, you only have to come up into the middle part of the weave when you put the bead on. It's after you put the bead on, and that's just so it sits up properly. Now, this might not be the way to put these particular beads on. I might be doing it wrong, and if I am, please leave a comment in the comment box below for me. I did not want to put the beads going like this, because it is a dog collar and it's going to be facing out, so I really wanted to do it this way. But again, if I'm doing this wrong, please let me know. First time using these types of beads, I'm always down for learning some more, and I'm gonna get going on this, and I will be back in a little bit to show you what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm at the end of my collar, and I took it off the jig already, and we can just weave in these ends that we need to. The ends that we're going to be weaving in are the ones that are laying directly on the top, and then the red and the flag that are coming out of the sides, we're just going to cut them and burn them where they are. I'm going to start with my blue that is on my right side, and what you're going to want to do is you have a gap between your cow's hitches and your work right here. You have this gap right in between all of them, and you're just going to want to stick your blue cord from the front of the collar to the back of the collar and pull it through. And you're going to do that with the other blue on the other side, and you are also going to be doing that with the white. The 275 blue cords are actually going to go in between the 2 cow's hitches. You have another small gap between your 2 cow's hitches, and that is where you're going to put those cords. So I'm going to do all the 550 cords, and then I'll show you what I mean by the 275 ones. Now that I have the white and the blue 550 cords through, what you're going to do with the 275 cord is you have this really tiny gap right between the 2 cow's hitches. You're going to just go from the front to the back and pull it through, and you're going to do that with both of those cords. I'm sorry, I started cutting and burning and I was completely out of frame, so I do apologize for that. What I like to do when I cut and melt the ends is I like to go about 1/4 of an inch up from the collar, and I'll go about 1/4 of an inch up, and that's where I'll make my cut. And I like to fray them out. I think it makes a better cap. That's just my opinion. And I'll melt the tops, and then I will use a butter knife to squish it down with. Try not to let it catch on fire. So some people burn them a little bit closer to the ends. I do put Gorilla Glue to fasten everything a little bit more at the end. I'm going to do the same for these. I will do the same for these middle straps. I will cut them and burn them also. I like to seal my ends with clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and I get mine on Amazon. I know that they sell it at Walmart also, and I think they sell it at most craft stores and Target, but I do put this on the ends that I burnt and squashed down. You don't have to do this. You can use your collar as is. It's ready to go. And I just put some on the end, in the middle, and then on the sides where I squashed them down. I'm going to let this dry. Depending on where you live, it varies how much humidity you have in the air. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I will show you guys what it looks like when it's done.